Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button, what in the world are you waiting for? I need you to hit that subscribe button, make sure you're liking the video, and sharing it with a friend that's missed me. Because I see y'all in the comments talking about, oh my God, isn't he from BuzzFeed? Well, in today's video, I'm going to talk about what I've been up to after BuzzFeed and what I did at BuzzFeed just to refresh some of your memories. So yeah, life at BuzzFeed. So let me kind of talk about how I got the job. So I got my job at BuzzFeed by luck. Honestly, my job at Queen Latifah had ended. The show actually got canceled and we were all out of luck. It was actually around like this kind of time, like holiday season, and things were ending up. It was season 2. They were ending a little early for season 2. They had canceled the show. So basically in television, the way it works is you get picked up every season. It's not a guaranteed job. Basically, they're like, okay, if we can make money off of this show, we're gonna keep it in production. And at the end of the day, if the show isn't making money, if people aren't watching it, then it's going to get canceled. So the show got canceled. Queen Latifah actually did, I don't know if it was actually her, but they, in the press, they played it up like it was her. And knowing her now, and even then, I could see her doing something like this. She basically paid us through the holidays. So we ended up jobless, but the social media team, we actually got to work still because we needed to post clips and do social. So we ended up actually on a stick that was a little bit better off than other people, because some people did not get to work anymore. If the show isn't being produced, then they don't need you. But in marketing, the show still needs to be marketed, so we still had jobs. Thank the Lord. Because looking for a job then was crazy, and looking for a job now is even crazier. Anyways, so the job ended and I was shit out of luck. I was on unemployment, and on month 6, I thought I was gonna have to move back home. And that is something that everybody dreads, right? Give me 1 second, I'm gonna put some chapstick on. Moving back home is actually the worst. It's something that you never want to do. So I made it a point. I remember interviewing at AHF, which is an AIDS foundation in LA, all kinds of places. I thought I was gonna have to go back home. And luckily, I started, I don't know, I've always done this, and I'm glad I'm making this video actually, because this is a good tip for you. I started writing articles for BuzzFeed for free. Anybody can do that. And I was doing things at the time that would help push me to another level. So whether or not you're miserable in your job now, it's your decision and your call to get better at it and getting out, or to do things that will get you somewhere else. And so that's what I was doing. I was writing articles for BuzzFeed community, and a lot of my articles were going viral because I had nothing to do. So I was staying up all night long watching Christina Aguilera do, impressions of Britney Spears on the Jimmy Fallon show. And that article went viral, when articles did go viral. So articles back then would get like 15 million views. Now they can barely get 1 million. Child. Facebook was on our side back then. Like literally the gods of Facebook were like kissing BuzzFeed's ass. They would meet with us regularly. Now they probably don't care about BuzzFeed. I don't think anybody does. However, I was so lucky because I actually got a phone call from my former boss now to come in for an interview literally the day after I had the worst interview of my life. And I got the job. I was able to go to BuzzFeed and start working there after getting the role and doing the same thing I was doing for free to get paid now. So I basically turned lemons into lemonade, baby. And yes, once I was there, of course I was there during the best time too. Quinta, the Try Guys, before, Ned did what he has to do. Eugene, Zach, who else? I'm forgetting. Quinta's the best though. She iconic. A true icon legend moment. Literally the best. How you see her now is how she was at BuzzFeed too. Difference, which is what I love so much about her. Yeah, I started working there and they were testing a bunch of shit. Like, they were testing all sorts of different formats and just, what you do in social media. And I loved social media so much that I was at the biggest company for social media, BuzzFeed. And I used that as a learning experience. I learned so much because I started working for Tasty. I was the first solo social media strategist for the biggest food brand in the world, Tasty. Like, you know how you'll see now all the websites sort of titling their food videos the same? I started that. That's how I used to title Tasty videos, and now everybody does that. The all caps, full recipe, I started doing that, and everybody else started copying. I was like, okay, I'm doing something right. It's so funny though, because I would literally see like social media people copy what I did and what I created in my strategy, and I still see it. And what I did was I designed a fully holistic picture of a cross-platform strategy for Tasty. Because at the end of the day, Tasty started on Facebook. That's the only place it was. And my boss was like, we need to go elsewhere. I think it was her. Maybe it was somebody else. No, it was my other boss, I think. I don't remember who it was. But somebody basically was like, we could capitalize more on these views because we can't just rely on Facebook, which is a very big point. Right now, you can't just rely on one social platform for your success. That's why I do YouTube. That's why I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. Those are my main right now. And LinkedIn. You kind of have to put your message in other places. And you cannot speak the same way to the same audiences. That's the T. So anyways, I say all that to say, I went on to work there for like 3.5 years, doing so much, designing promotional plans for cookbooks, cooktops, apps, pots and pans, child, the kitchen sink. Anything we could slap our name on there, anything we could slap Tasty's name on, we made it, okay? They were trying to make coins. They were making millions of dollars back then. I don't know how much they're making now, but there were days when we were making like $15 million in cookbook sales in a week. Like, what? I say all that to say, I know a lot of hate towards BuzzFeed on here is often common, but I have nothing to say about my experience there but good things. Now, there are some management things that I definitely had issues with, but y'all can read about that in the newspaper. It's all out there. But other than that, I had no other issues. I enjoyed my time there, and it is literally so valuable to my career and my career success. I went on after that to work with MTV, Tamron Hall, and Shutterstock. And now I have my own social media agency that I've ran for 2 years now. That is crazy. Every time I show my resume to somebody, they're like, what? So I say all that to say, I just said that. Again, that don't ever give up on yourself. Bet on yourself. If you gotta work for free and doing something on the side that you really wanna do, don't say no to that. Do it, because it could open new doors for you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. More where this came from. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down there and give me a comment. What's your favorite BuzzFeed video? And if you recognize me, what is your favorite video that I was in? Let me know in the comments, and make sure you subscribe, like this video, and share it with a friend, and I will see you on the next one.